Winning the day before it even starts is not some poetic idea or a fancy motivational line people use to sound smart. It is a way of living that turns ordinary people into giants, silent workers into unstoppable forces, and dreamers into achievers. Every human being wakes up with two choices: to drift or to direct. The people who drift allow the day to decide their mood, their energy, and their outcomes. The people who direct walk into the day already mentally victorious, already mentally prepared, already mentally aligned with success. When you win the day before it begins, the world can throw storms at you and you will still stand tall. Because the battle was won in your mind long before it reached your reality. You don't lose because life is hard. You lose because the day controls you. You get up late. You start without intention. Your mind is scattered. Your decisions are rushed. Your emotions decide your actions. And everything around you becomes louder than your inner voice. But the moment you decide to win the day before the sun even rises, everything changes. Your life stops reacting and starts creating. You stop being a victim of circumstances and become a builder of outcomes. You begin to understand that every morning is a gift, and how you open that gift decides the type of life you will live. Winning the day before it starts begins in the silence of your mind. Not with loud motivation, not with noise, not with hype, but with a calm decision. Today, I will control myself. Today, I will master my thoughts. Today, I will walk in discipline, even if I don't feel like it. That one small promise becomes your foundation. When you keep that promise day after day, you become a different person. You can feel it. Your energy changes, your focus sharpens, your confidence rises, and you start carrying yourself like someone who knows exactly where they are going. The truth is simple. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your routines. If your routine is weak, your day will be weak. If your routine is strong, your day becomes unstoppable. People think success is luck or timing or talent. No, success is the product of 1,000 mornings won quietly when no one is watching. Success comes from showing up with intention when you could have stayed comfortable. Success is the echo of your discipline. When you wake up and your first thought is purpose instead of distraction, you win. When you refuse to touch your phone and instead touch your vision, you win. When you breathe deeply and choose clarity instead of chaos, you win. When you choose gratitude instead of complaining, you win. When you decide, no matter what happens today, I will not break, you win before your feet even hit the floor. Most people wait for motivation. Winners build momentum. They don't wait for the perfect mood. They create it through action. They understand that the first 10 minutes of the day decide the next 10 hours, and those 10 hours decide the future. So they train themselves to command the morning instead of surrender to it. They know that their mind is a battlefield, and if they lose the morning, they lose the day. You tell yourself every morning, today is mine. Today I show up differently. Today I talk to myself with power. Today I act like I deserve the life I pray for. You need to train your mind the same way a warrior trains for war. Every morning is a practice of strength. Every morning is a test of identity. Every morning is a chance to rise above who you were yesterday. Winning the day before it starts also means releasing yesterday. Too many people carry the weight of old mistakes, old failures, old emotions, and old disappointments. They wake up with yesterday's pain and expect today's peace. You can't win a new day with an old mindset. Your past should be a classroom, not a prison. Learn from it, take the lesson, and leave the rest behind. The moment you let go, you create space for new possibilities. And understand this, discipline is not punishment. Discipline is self-respect. When you choose discipline in the morning, you are choosing not to abandon yourself. You are choosing to honor your goals. You are choosing to show life that you mean every promise you've made to yourself. The people who win the day early are not superheroes. They are simply people who refuse to betray their future. You must wake up and protect your vision like it is the most important thing you own. Because it is. If you lose your vision, you lose direction. If you lose direction, you lose momentum. And when momentum dies, dreams die with it. That is why every morning matters. Every morning is a small victory that builds the strength necessary for big victories. Winning the day before it starts is about controlling your mind before the world tries to control it for you. It's about setting the tone before anyone else influences your state. It's about establishing your identity before the world tells you who you should be. It's about showing up for yourself before showing up for anyone else. When you do this, you stop letting life push you around and start shaping your own path. You need to remember that greatness is not built by chance. It is built by preparation. Success is not a surprise. It is a pattern. And that pattern begins every morning long before the world wakes up. When you train yourself to wake up with power, clarity, commitment, and intention, you will feel something inside you transform. You will begin to trust yourself again. You will begin to believe, I can do this. I am built for this. I am stronger than my excuses. Most people lose their day through small habits. Hitting snooze, checking social media, rushing, complaining, overthinking. These habits destroy potential slowly. They seem small, but they have big consequences. On the other hand, winning your day early also comes from small things. Making your bed, drinking water, breathing deeply, thinking positively, planning your priorities. These small choices create a different reality. They make your mind sharp and your actions precise. You don't have to change your whole life overnight. You just have to win the first hour of your day. That's it. If you master the first hour, you will naturally master the rest. If you start with strength, you will continue with strength. If you begin with chaos, you will end with chaos. Everything mirrors your beginning. That is why the beginning must be powerful. You need to stop waiting for life to give you chances and start creating chances. You need to stop hoping the day will go well and instead demand it. You need to stop waking up like a spectator and start waking up like a leader. Leaders don't wait for conditions to be perfect. Leaders create conditions through their discipline, their clarity, and their mindset. Winning the day before it starts also means surrounding yourself with the right energy. Protect your space. Protect your mind. Protect your peace. Don't let negativity grab you first thing in the morning. Don't let people's doubts become your reality. Don't let fear dictate your actions. Your morning should be sacred. Your morning should be a place where only strength, gratitude, vision, and purpose are allowed. When you live like this consistently, you will begin to notice something extraordinary. Opportunities will come. Confidence will grow. Stress will decrease. Your emotional strength will solidify. Your mindset will shift from survival to creation. And life will open doors that always seemed closed. Not because life suddenly changed, but because you changed. Winning the day early transforms your identity. It changes how you talk to yourself. It changes how you walk. It changes how you respond to challenges. It changes your standards. And the moment your standards rise, your life rises with them. You start demanding more from yourself, not from others. You stop expecting easy and start expecting excellence. You stop craving comfort and start craving growth. This lifestyle is not about being perfect. It is about being intentional. You will have days when you fall. Get back up. You will have days when your mind is heavy. Breathe and continue. You will have days when motivation is gone. Rely on discipline. Motivation is a visitor. Discipline is a roommate. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays with you, even in the dark. Winning the day before it starts is not about being the strongest or the smartest. It is about being committed. It is about showing up for yourself, even when your emotions disagree. It is about putting purpose above comfort. It is about acting like the person you want to become before you fully become them. Eventually, your actions will catch up with your identity. Everything you want: success, confidence, clarity, strength, peace, growth starts in your morning. The world may not see your early effort. No one may clap for your discipline. No one may applaud your sacrifices. But your future self will. Your future self will look back and thank you for every morning you chose to rise when it was easier to stay down. So every morning when you wake up, remind yourself, this is my day. This is my life. I control how it starts. I control how it unfolds. I control how it ends. And if you win the beginning, the rest becomes much easier to win. The life you want is not far away. It is hidden inside the choices you make before the day begins. Choose strength. Choose discipline. Choose clarity. Choose growth. Choose to win the day before it even starts.